So welcome back. It's the boys under 13 final now. Still to come. We'll see Arsenal in action in the boys Pro Academy under 16 final. They've just beaten JDT by a golden goal to nil. Here it's Makati FC in blue against FS Indonesia, the Football School of Indonesia in black and blue in the boys under 13 final. It was an early touch for Joseph Bagaskara. Now Zaki Ali. Good start this from the Indonesians. A slightly heavy touch that time from Joseph Bagaskara. Here's Makati with their first foray into enemy territory. Joaquin Colo. Now some space to operate for Jared Pena. Well, that's a loose one. Football School of Indonesia could be in business here. The shot comes in, but not really much on it from Zaki Ali. And it's easily gathered by Cesar Castro in the Makati goal. Elijah Rance, well cut out by the Football School of Indonesia. Zaki Ali's had probably more touches than any player on the pitch in the early stages. That was a nice turn by Habib. Habib's found support over on that far side. The shot comes in over the bar, but not a million miles away. Now, that was Seno Hendoko with that long-range effort. Just up and over. Or was it Athayazaran? I think it might have been Athayazaran. Here, Amakati. Nice bring down, nice touch, nice shot, nice save. Good effort from Colo there. Throw to Makati to be taken by Kian Nogo Dasa. The Football School of Indonesia, as has been their want so far, trying to break quickly. And they've been presented with the ball once again. They're in a really dangerous position. Comes out to the edge of the area. It's good twisting and turning from Athayazaran. We've already seen he can hit them from range. Joseph Bagaskara. Habib. Going to be picked up by Kaikul. Kaikul, nice touch inside, looks to get it back, leaves it for his teammate instead. And it's that man, Athayazaran again. This time he's had his pocket pinched though, and Jared Pena brings it away. But Football School of Indonesia just having the edge here in terms of the physical matchup at the moment. They're picking up all the loose scraps in the midfield for the most part. Makati bring it away with Nogo Dasa again. But again, they've given it up. And again, there's a chance for Football School of Indonesia to try and get a shot away. The pass wasn't the best. It's been picked up by Kaikul. And Kaikul will win a corner from the covering challenge from Colo. Reminder, still to come, it's Arsenal. The Arsenal Academy side in action in our final game of the night. The Boys Under 16 Pro Academy final. That shot is well wide by Habib. I think they'll be playing, well, I know they'll be playing Perth Glory or Valencia, just waiting confirmation of who managed to get through from that second semi-final. That also went to golden goal extra time, but understandably we were concentrating on the game in action here between Arsenal and JDT. What a performance JDT have put up over the last 3 days. They leave with their heads held high. They beat Fulham in the quarter-finals, and they held their own against the Arsenal. They really did, and Arsenal have dominated nearly everyone they've played in this tournament so far, quite comprehensively. Well, 5 minutes gone. It's been quite low-key so far between these two. We've seen this in the previous final between Essa and the Singapore Sports School. A lot of these boys, that was in the under-14 category. This is under-13, understandably, feeling quite fatigued after all the work they've put in. McCarthy trying to make it happen through Jared Pena. And there's a cross that's come in, a cross-come shot from Colo. Jared Pena's over this. They've thrown plenty of numbers forward here, have McCarthy. Pena's going to leave it for his teammate. This boy's under-13 final. Already 7 minutes old here at the Tampines Hub complex in Singapore. The final stages of the 2019 JSSL Pro Academy Sevens. Edge of the box, still not the danger cleared. It comes out to Nogodasa, and now it'll take a deflection and be out for a corner. Goal as well. Thanks, bro. McCarthy. Nogadasa's everywhere at the moment. He's found his teammate here as well. Colo. Elijah Rance. Oh, lovely work. Pena. Pena! Still Pena. Twisting and turning. He eventually goes down, and have to give some credit there to Joseph Bagaskara, because he is a tricky customer to deal with. That low centre of gravity from Jared Pena. And there's an injury off the back of that as well, so there'll be a small delay. So Indonesia against the Philippines here. The Football School of Indonesia against McCarthy of the Philippines out of Metro Manila. And it looks like there was an injury there, so they will have to make a change. And that change has already been effected for the Football School of Indonesia. Defending to do here. Jared Pena, the player whose trickery won the corner. Delivers it. It's a good delivery as well. But the shot, I think the final touch from Colo wide. Well, McCarthy is starting to assert themselves on this game. Here's Yoldi. Sprays it out wide to Juan Reyes. Reyes gets it back to Nogodasa. It'll be Arsenal against Perth Glory, just to confirm for you, in our showpiece event, the JSSL Singapore Pro Academy Sevens final. And the under-16 boys age group, it'll be Arsenal against Perth Glory, England against Australia. That's coming up after this match live for you on the One Play Sports Network, and all our partners and colleagues around the world that are taking these pictures live from our Tampines Hub, Asia's biggest youth football tournament, the JSSL Pro Academy Sevens. Already we've seen Essa beat the Singapore Sports School to lift the under 14 category. This is the under 13 final. We'll have Atletico Madrid against Barca in the final of the under 16 girls competition, and we've got Perth Glory against Arsenal in the final of the boys under 16. They're the events still to be decided on what's been an incredible festival of football over the last week here at our Tampines Hub. But in Turf City, there's a shot from range. I'm not sure it needed a save, but the keeper wasn't to know. He went for safety first. Colo, as Makati really start to turn the screw now. Can there be another corner? Oh, no, referee's given a goal kick, is he? No, given a corner. Well, he signalled for a goal kick there, but... Or maybe it's a throw. No. Well, no one's in a hurry here. And just like that, we're already 11 minutes into this one. Just 25 minutes of football. Remember, we'll go to golden goal extra time if required. The tricky Jared Pena is over this corner. Makati have dominated the last 6 minutes. Can they get a goal to show for that dominance? Not that time, they can't. Just into the side netting, and I wonder now whether the Football School of Indonesia will try and get some offensive of their own. Oh, they've given it away to Jared Pena. That's not a good idea. Pena's beaten his man. Pena. Oh, somehow he's kept control. What a goal this would be. Keeper saves the Football School of Indonesia. Jared Pena. So brilliant to watch on the ball. And now the Football School of Indonesia could be in. I think there was a handball involved there. Well, that was a good bit of goalkeeping from Ridwan there to keep his team in it, because Jared Pena, if you give him a one-on-one situation, you're very likely to end up in trouble. He's got the skills to pay the bills, the diminutive Filipino number 10. There he is again, Jared Pena finds his teammate brilliantly. Here's Yoldi. It's a good challenge from the Indonesians. And now, with ball at feet, here's a chance for Zaki Ali to have a run. And when this near side, it's Dicky Kerniwan. And that's gathered into the bread basket by Cesar Castro in the Makati goal. So Makati dominating, but with nothing to show for that dominance so far. And we're now past the 30-minute mark, so over halfway. It's a shame, really, because obviously the schedule's so demanding on some of these teams. It's the second final we've had that's not really lived up to the billing. Makati have been brilliant in patches, but fatigue after a long 3 days of football starting to tell for some of these youngsters who've performed so brilliantly to get their teams to this final. It's an incredible event here. Singapore's, by far and away, I would imagine, biggest international sporting event that takes place annually. Obviously Singapore hosted the Youth Olympics, but in terms of annual events, this has got to be up there. Oh, Pena's missed out there, and the Football School of Indonesia, for a minute, I thought they could be in. Here's Kaikul. Kaikul inside to Zuhadi. Now Pena trying to get the ball off the Indonesian. It was easier said than done. Another shot from range is blocked by the Filipinos. Nice turn. Given plenty of time, Zaki Ali, to turn there. Now it's the Football School of Indonesia's turn to enjoy a little bit of possession. Here's Zuhadi. Now Zaki Ali with time and space to pull the trigger. Cesar Castro not called into action that time. Oh, that's a lovely turn. Beautiful turn from Yoldi. Now on the left-hand side, it's Colo. Still Colo. Oh, he was looking for a run from Yoldi that didn't come there. Change for the Filipinos, and some of these boys are getting very, very tired out there. Makati bringing Justin Concepcion into the mix as they try and find the winner. He looks exhausted, poor old Jared Pena, but if it did go to goal and goal extra time, you'd fancy him in a 3-on-3 matchup. He's been bullied out of it there, though, and it's Seno Hendoko. Nice work from Hendoko. That's coming through to Concepcion. Well, that was a hospital pass there. Concepcion was never going to get there. That's a nice turn from Zaki Ali. He's looked lively. Zaki Ali with the layoff. Lays it off to Athaya Zaran. Zaki Ali, they want handball. They're going to get it. And don't bet against Zaki Ali trying to blast this. He's got a mean shot on him. There's just under 8 minutes to play in this boys under 13 final. This 2019 JSSL Sevens boys under 13 final. They went for placement and it's wide. That's gone out. That should be a corner. Referee's done well to spot that. Got the assistant referees behind the goals for this stage of competition. 16 professional academy teams, 6,000 players and coaches from 420 teams across 17 countries, with 25,000 supporters across these venues in Singapore. What a huge event the JSSL Pro Academy Sevens has become. Remember, Arsenal and Perth in the showpiece under 16 Pro Academy final to come immediately following this under 13 final between Makati FC in the all blue shirts and Football School of Indonesia in the all black shirts. It's still 0-0. With 6 minutes to play. Whole host of changes coming now for Makati, including young Jared Pena. Has Pena come off? No, Pena's back on. My apologies. Pena had been given a sit down and a rest, and I'm assuming that's with the golden goal extra time in mind. There's less than 6 minutes to play. Can either team score a late winner? It's a decent cross. Unconventional clearance from Nagarasa. Elijah Rance with the throw. Oh, Jared Pena again. They had a kick at him then, but still couldn't stop him. If Jared Pena can get a 3-on-3 situation and his energy levels hold up, he could be hard to beat. But Zaki Ali might have something to say about that as he goes for glory to try and prevent us going to golden goal again. The floodlights are on here at the glorious Tampines Hub, a real sporting mecca here in Singapore. It's the final stages on day 3 of an incredible 4-day event with the coaches conference that happened on Thursday before the action started on Friday here. It's become a real staple on the Asian and global football calendar for academies all over the world, this JSSL Singapore Professional Academy Sevens. And some great action is drawing to a close, but after this we've still got the showpiece to come. Arsenal against Perth Glory in the final. Chance of Football School of Indonesia. Trying to twist and turn is Zaran. Still Zaran. Can he fashion the space for the shot? No, he can't, but he can win a corner off that now familiar back heel of Nogadasa. They take it quickly. Have they caught them out here? Good save from the keeper. The rebound is wide. Well, Cesar Castro saved his team there. They fell asleep, but I wonder if it's a question of the Indonesian endurance holding out just that little bit better than the Filipinos. Makati FC visibly tiring. FC Indonesia, they're out on their feet as well, but have they got the greater energy levels in reserve that are surely now going to be needed if this does go to golden goal extra time? In our previous match, we saw Arsenal just edge out the brave challenge of JDT of Malaysia in golden goal extra time. To see Arsenal make the final, that's a nice run. And a good challenge comes in from Matthew Lim to prevent the onrushing Joseph Bagaskara. It's given the Football School of Indonesia another corner though, and you get the feeling they can sense there's a late winner in it for them here. They've weathered the storm, the Gerard Pena-led storm of Makati, who now appear to be tiring. Corner comes in, decent delivery, comes to the far post, they get the shot away again. Sticking a foot out to stop it was Nogadasa. But it's all Football School of Indonesia, and in truth that probably isn't what the doctor ordered, just belting it out for a goal kick. That will suit the Filipinos. As golden goal extra time looks increasingly likely. Cesar Castro, route 1. Can they bring Gerard Pena's trickery into play one final time in this game to try and win it in the 25 minutes? Nogadasa. Instead it will be Joseph Bagaskara to bring it away for the Football School of Indonesia. Good header from Nogadasa. And now it's with Kolo. Inside to Zaki Ali. Zaki Ali wants to get this back. Zaki Ali, instead it comes to the edge of the box. Can they get a shot away here? Joseph Bagaskara wins another corner. Well, they're knocking on the door, and how here are the Indonesians? Cesar Castro falls in it, and they've created a one-on-one situation, but again, look at the Football School of Indonesia. They are running back as if they've still got energy left in the tank. I'm not sure how the petrol gauge is looking for the boys of Makati from Metro Manila. Can they fashion the last chance of the game? Now's Julio Yoldi. Gerard Pena, can he try and run at the defence one final time? He's been a joy to watch this weekend. Nice tap inside by Matthew Lim. And it's out for a goal kick, and that may well be that. There's just over a minute to play. Coach is now effecting changes ahead of golden goal extra time, you fancy. Juan Reyes is on for Makati. That surely indicates he might be a part of the 3-on-3 scenario. The usual scenario is that you bring in a rush goalkeeper for that situation. Remember, we play 3-on-3 for the first minute, 2-on-2 for the second, and 1-on-1 for the third. First goal wins it. Here's Zaki Ali. I think both teams now are accepting that golden goal extra time is inevitable. Is there one more chance in it to steal the trophy? In regular time, from a mile out, Cesar Castro furious with his defence for allowing the Football School of Indonesia to get that shot away. And my word, what a way to win a final that would have been. As it is, they survive. I'm just going to make out the number of the boy that struck that from a mile out. We'll get the corner out the way first. Bagaskara. Bagaskara's corner. Oh, it misses everyone out, including Athana Zaran. And that will just about be that. We're in the final 5 seconds. We are going to golden goal extra time in this boys under 13 final between the Football School of Indonesia and Makati FC of the Philippines. And when the ball next goes out of play, we'll come to a 3-on-3 situation. Remember, the final game of these championships of the tournament, Arsenal against Perth Glory, England against Australia in the boys under 16 pro final still to come. That's after we've crowned our under 13 champions as Makati of the Philippines and Football School of Indonesia go 3-on-3 very shortly. Stay with us live on the One Sports Network. Golden goal extra time. No surprise that Gerard Pena is one of the three players for Makati, along with Colo. And I'm just trying to make out the number of the boy that is being given the responsibility in the goal. Is it? Not sure about that. Interestingly, the Football School of Indonesia are sticking with Ridwan in goal. So Ridwan staying in goal for them. They must be confident that he's got footwork. And no surprise also, Zaki Ali is in the first three. So 60 seconds of 3-on-3, 60 seconds of 2-on-2, 60 seconds of 1-on-1 until we get the next goal that will be the winner. It's Makati in the predominantly blue. In the black and blue, it's the Football School of Indonesia. And here's Gerard Pena to win it straight away. Gerard Pena through on goal to win it. Goes wide. Chance still there for Colo. Can Colo find Pena? And now both players go tumbling, and clutching his head is Zuhardi. The Football School of Indonesia win the free kick, but of course, crucially, that will give Makawati a chance to reset. Already 30 seconds elapsed of the 60. We might be into a 2-on-2 situation shortly. Ridwan, they had the first chance and they couldn't take advantage, Makati. Can the Football School of Indonesia with Ridwan? Well, if they can find a bit of pace here and dispossess the Football School of Indonesia, it's only an open goal they've got to beat. Ridwan is all on his own. Ridwan picked off by Colo, and Colo's away at the races. If Colo can win this foot race, surely the Philippines will win. Colo! Well, in the end, he finished that magnificently. Right at the end of the first 60 seconds in golden goal time. A sensational finish from Joaquin Colo has seen Makati FC of the Philippines beat the Football School of Indonesia 1-0 to become the boys under 13 2019 JSSL Professional Academy Sevens champions. And stay with us while the boys of Makati celebrate. We gear up for our big final. It's Arsenal against Perth Glory in the Academy under 16 pro final, and that's next live on the One Play Sports Network and our partners taking these pictures around the world.